What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Today I want to talk a little bit about Netflix versus Kodi. So, a lot of people out there want to stream. If you're new to the whole streaming thing, those are the two big things you can get. Netflix is totally legal, costs about $8 Canadian a month. Kodi definitely is not legal, but not a lot of people mind getting free stuff from people that make billions and billions. So it is out there, but honestly, at the end of the day, Kodi is not 100% legit. Also, don't worry, you won't get pinched with Kodi. The people sending you stuff are the ones that are going to get taken down. Nobody cares about the end user, basically. So what's going on here is Netflix finds corporations that have movies and they put a bottom dollar down on it. Once these movies have made all the money that they can make, and TV shows have made all the money they can make, Netflix puts a low bid in and they get it for a whole lot of money. But that's how Netflix gets its stuff. Kodi, on the other hand, just has everything. It has everything. It's amazing what it has. It has stuff that have only been in theaters for so long, and if there's a cam of it available to the public, it will be there. It's so much easier and safer than using the Pirate Bay. But what I want you guys to know is I don't care what anybody says. Kodi is harder to use. It is more complicated to use than Netflix. It's not streamlined perfectly. It is not much harder, but since it's an Android box, since it's Android based, you are going to have some problems, especially for the price that you pay. A lot of people pay next to nothing for one of these things. Next to nothing. And the graphics user interface, while it is understandable, can be frustrating when it doesn't always work. Netflix, 99.9% of the time, just works. It's great for giving your nan, your grandpa, if all they want to do, they just want to hit that button, they want it to work, then you need Netflix. But if you're getting grandma and grandpa a Kodi box, be prepared to go over every few months and help them with the problem. Be prepared to get phone calls saying, I need help with the problem. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some older people that know way more about this stuff than I can, and it's so easy for them, no problem at all. I'm not saying old people can't use this. I'm saying standard old people. So if I triggered you, think about this. If you're old, is this the kind of thing that you could give to your friends? Is this the kind of thing that you could give to your friends and say, yeah, nobody will have a problem with this? When I first made a video about Kodi versus other units, other kind of units like Apple TV, I got a lot of older people saying, well, I didn't have any problems, I deployed it all over the place. And then Krypton came out. I believe that's the latest version. Krypton, something like that within Kodi. This is a unit that keeps updating. It keeps updating. It went from Jarvis to Krypton. And when Krypton came out, a lot of older boxes just no longer worked anymore. I got my mom and dad a box that doesn't work anymore, so I gotta find a workaround to make it work, or get them another one. These things are about $50 each. The cost isn't very high, but the cost definitely is there. There is upkeep with one of those boxes, but at the same time there would be if you had a Netflix unit. But Netflix doesn't get much harder to use. I have a lot of people out there using Netflix on and everything, and they don't seem to have too much of a problem with it. Just Netflix is a lot easier. And if anybody tells you different, then they're either really good with computers, or you better ask them that, hey, if my Android box breaks down, can you come help me upgrade it? And we'll see what happens. But ultimately, at the end of the day, Netflix easier, has much less, and is more reliable by far. But if you want a big selection, and if you're good with computers, if you're patient, or if you have someone living with you that doesn't pay rent and could be helping you out in some way, Android box is definitely the way to go. But it's the kind of thing with Android box, if you have a kid sitting there screaming for Paw Patrol, some of you know what this is like. If you have a kid there screaming for Paw Patrol, yeah, it can take a few seconds to get going on Netflix on a bad day. On a bad day with the Android box, it's not going to work at all. At all. Maybe there's something wrong with the box, maybe there's something wrong with your router, maybe it's just the curse of Android. Don't get me wrong, I love Android, but for some reason I have this curse that if it has to work, it has to be Apple, because when I need it, when push comes to shove, when it comes to making me money, Android has never really helped. It's fun though. I have only about half as much fun in the tech world as I would otherwise if I didn't have Android. But remember, again, ultimately, end of the day, Netflix is easier to use, but it costs money and it has less, okay? You will probably save more money if you use Kodi box, because about every 6 months, if you get a new Kodi box, that will cover your cost of Netflix basically. And yeah, then you'll be upgraded at the time. Just make sure you know what you're doing. But man, if I gotta say, my kid loves Paw Patrol. That's of course where I'm getting this example from. But if she doesn't have Paw Patrol, she can melt down, and sometimes those meltdowns, oh no, I just rather here, take my money, get me my Paw Patrol, and we're all good. Anyways, that's it for me. Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. You decide for yourself which one sounds better to you, but those are your options. Catch you later.